We definitely love to entertain the fans, and that's what we did again today. We had a very good second half. In the first half of that, we created some good opportunities. Defensively, we made some adjustments, and we just have to be better at that from the beginning to the end because the information was the same that we gave the team before the game and at halftime. But credit to them that they heard it again, made the adjustment, and then the second half of that, we were on them quite a bit. And look, reality, it's unfortunate they score a goal when we have one of our best headers out of the game from a head injury. And we just need to put our chances away because we obviously had quite a few of them. But a lot of positives to take from this because I thought our attack was fluid, the movement off the balls, attacking from the right side, left side, through the middle. The balance was outstanding. So, we could have, I think, scored 4 or 5 goals in this game with and it's a tough one because at home in front of our fans, would have loved to have gotten those 3 points. But overall, a lot of positive to take from this game.
Obviously, Coach, Taylor's been close all season.
Yes, yes.
She finally got it today. Even though the result wasn't necessarily what you guys wanted, how happy are you for her on a personal level?
I'm ecstatic for her. Players like that just need that breakthrough goal, and we made an adjustment. She played out as a winger in this game. First time this season she's played out there. We see the qualities that she has in front of the goal and the way she finishes, but in the midfield it just wasn't happening. So we decided to put her out wide, and the plan was to kind of change her with Dorian, and they were going to swap back and forth, but she was doing such a good job as a winger that we kept her there. And then I'm glad we did because then she got that goal in that second half, and it's the beginning of great things that we've expected from her.
Paula Maruri, buenas noches. After tonight's game, what positives would you like to take? We have been talking about this game for weeks, Angel City, Japan, and moving forward. What are you taking away? And I do have a follow-up. Thank you.
The positives is how many chances we created, quality chances. And we got numbers in the box. We made good decisions in the final third. And that's something that we've been talking about all season long. And when you start making good decisions in the final third and the quality of the passes and the timing of the runs, it makes it very dangerous to defend us. And now it's just that final piece, which is the finishing. Because if you look at that game, I'm sure I'm going to go back on video, and it's like, why, could have been 4 or 5 goals, as I said. So that's the only thing we need to continue improving on. But the chances and the quality of our runs and our timing of our runs were outstanding today.
Albertin, with the international break, what was the criteria to choose the players, especially bringing Rachel back? How excited you to see her today?
Well, definitely excited to see her, and you saw her work rate in this game. It's what she gives us. In the past, she's played as a winger, but now we've been using her as a 9, just as everything's starting to come together really well. And, picking the team is always one of the most difficult things that I have to do because of the quality we have. And that's a good problem to have, as I keep saying that. And, they're going to step up when they're needed. And they also had a really good response off the field. If they didn't come in, you can see that energy, like they believe in each other. And they really support each other. And that's a big difference.
Yeah, Albertin, you didn't look thrilled when you came in. Do you feel like you kind of let one get away today?
Absolutely. It's just when we create so many quality chances, it hurts, but at the same time, there are so many positives. So yeah, I didn't look. Obviously, wasn't happy just because the team played well. They deserved more, right? And we need to just tighten up a couple of things defensively. So it's one that you just want more for them because they played their hearts out and they created opportunities. They created really good opportunities, and we were just off by a little bit, right? But they can't get down on themselves, so we've got to just go, okay. I keep going back to these. Our last 4 or 5 games, even against Orlando, Gotham, some of the top teams, we've outshot them, have outplayed them to a certain extent, and it's so close. And we can do this, and I believe it, and I know they do.
Do you think about last year at all, where it seemed like you were knocking on the door a lot, and then you kind of went around? Have you talked to them
Absolutely.
about that?
Absolutely. I'll tell you this, as crazy as this may sound, it's just the way I think and positive, and it's also because I believe in the group. Our goal is second half of the season is to be the team that gets the most points in the second half of the season. Why not? When we play like that and we create that many chances, why can't we do it, right? So, of course, we think about last season and how we came together and we used to break, and the training during this month break has been outstanding. You could feel it and you can see it. And as I said, I think last press conference, I'd love to start off where we left off last year. But, you go on a break, you bring in some new faces and new players, and then it just takes a little bit of time. Maybe a little bit longer than we would have liked, but we're starting to really see it. And the fact that we're able to, every team in this league is a good team, and they've got so many qualities. We created is, I got to go back and look at the stats. It'd be interesting. Our XGs have to be off the roof. At least I think so. But I'll have to take a look at it because that's what it felt like in that second half, especially.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask because it happened pretty quickly. Kelli was off on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Were they just evaluating her?
There were. So it was a head injury, so she has to step out, and she's. It happens, right? She goes out, but she is one of our best players, if not our best defensive header. Right in there, her presence, the way she organizes the back line, and just not having her in the middle because that's where she would sit in. And we put someone else in there, but it's not the same. The reality, it's not. That's a tough one.
So this game, as you're looking kind of the stats and you look at the last couple games, every time you're doing the press, you end up kind of losing possession totals because they're doing so many passes underneath the 18. Is that something you were looking at in this second half? Because you did it to Orlando as well. You did it to Gotham, and now you've done it to Houston. And Houston looked like the first half looked like they couldn't get the ball out of that bottom 18. Is that kind of what the tone you're trying to send there? And the three up front, although they were offensively as productive as well, their defense from the top seemed to set the tone for this game.
Yeah, so it's different in every game depending on the opposition, but the idea in this game, similar to Orlando, was we would sit in a certain position, right? Let them play around the back, and then we've got our pressure pockets where the ball, once it would go into a certain area, that's how we would press. In the first half, the way we ask we're asking our 10, so Dorian and Rudy, our 9, to play side by side. As it gets played and it goes one side, we'd press. But they were getting offset like this. And it's just a little adjustment and a reminder because that was the game plan in the second half. Got to give credit to Tess as well because she came in and she did it very well. And then her and Rudy were on the same page. And Rudy wasn't running as much from side to side, which allowed her to then be more dangerous in the attack. But yes, we're conceding a little bit of possession because if they want to pass back and forth in the back, it's not going to hurt us. And then we just pick the times to press.
Coach, it looked like putting Taylor up front was really meshed well with Rudy and Penelope. Is that something you're going to want to have going forward, having those three up like that, and or you don't want to put maybe Taylor back in the midfield again?
But it's something that we're definitely going to consider because Taylor had an excellent game. She got her first goal, and there was a good connection there with Rudy in our midfield, and she also understands the position and what we were asking her to do. So when you have a game like this, which I thought she had a very, very good game, it looks good, and knowing that she can play in the midfield and can also play wide is an advantage for us because we have several players that can do the same, and I think it'll give other teams a different look, not knowing who's going to play out there.
And sorry if you already answered this, but how good did it feel to have Rudy back out there?
You can see her. She creates something out of nothing and has that energy, the mentality, and when she's working as hard as she did today, everyone feeds off that, right? So that energy, it really is infectious. So we're delighted to have her back.
Any other questions for Coach?
Is Kelli okay?
Kelly's, she's okay. Yeah, otherwise she would have. Oh, the reason we took her out is because we went into a 3-back to create even more opportunities. Although we were creating quite a few, and that's kind of a chance you take as a coach. Like, if you're not creating that many opportunities, you might do a formation change, right? And we've looked good in a 3-5-2, even though we were creating. It's like, hey, let's give them that different look. And we were getting down. I mean, you saw the chances we had, but it had nothing to do with her injury. It was just more because of attack-minded shape.
All right. We have one more, Brian.
Because Something we heard when the national team was here is that Emma has this philosophy where if you can't win, don't lose. Last year, some of these games would have turned into a one-goal loss. I mean, how pleased are you with the progress that it seems at worst it's turning into a draw when you're just at a standstill with a team like this?
If you look at it that way, obviously, it's much better than a loss, and we have that mentality because you're not wrong. And last year there was a spell there where we would just kind of let down and not necessarily. I go back to the belief and that discipline. And this year we just continue to find ways. But this one's frustrating because we were up twice, right? So you concede and for a tie. When you come back from being down, then that feels a little bit better. But today we had this game. It shouldn't have gotten to 2-2. Our opportunities were there for us, and then some of both goals we could do better on, and that's something that we'll address when we get back.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Be back in just
That's
a
it.
moment.
William SB Sports Radio Service. Taylor, obviously first career goal. Just how did you feel in that moment, and how do you feel now that it's had a chance to set in a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to score my first professional goal at home in front of the amazing fans. I think they were great tonight, and it added a lot to the momentum of us, and I'm thankful for my teammates who have kind of just pushed me each and every day. It's been a long road to get here, and to get my first professional goal in front of the fans and for my team was great.
Paula Maruri, good evening. I have questions for both. Congratulations for you both. How important was to get this result after a long break and adjusting to different teams like Angel City, Japan? Thank you so much.
Come here.
Yeah, I think having a break is always hard to come back with like the same mentality. Those friendlies were good to get under our belt. Like we just went out and played together. So this was, to get back into league play is a lot mentally. So I think this was a good start. Obviously things that we can work on. But yeah, I think we're just excited to get the second half of the season rolling.
How excited are you to have Rachel back in the game?
Yeah, she's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, everyone can see how much she brings to this team, and she's a very important piece for us. And just the energy she brings each and every day at training, I mean, it carries straight over to the game, if not even more. So, I mean, she's amazing for us, and I think everyone can see the energy she brings out on the field.
Kelly, let's talk about your resiliency to go back and play after what happened, and how excited you to have Rachel back after the national break. Thank you for giving so much energy. And thank you so much.
Yeah, Rudy is like one of a kind. Like her smile just lights up the room. And the moment she came back into training, like she walked in with this huge smile on her face, and like you don't realize how much you miss her until she's like comes back. So yeah, to have her out on the field, like you just see her like the way she can take on players, her speed, her strength, like she's so great. And like we've been missing that on our team and these friendlies, like someone who can run in behind like that. So it's really great to have her back, and we just need to get her going like she was in those games for Zambia. So hopefully she can not hit the post, because I think she hit like every post. So hopefully next game one falls for her, because I know like she truly like really wants to score, and you can just see it on her face when she misses. Like she's so upset, but we all have her back, and we're excited to have her back.
Thank you.
Taylor, can you take me through the emotional swings of the last 3 goals of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just sport and soccer in general, how it goes up and down. But, I mean, yeah, the first goal, obviously, Penelope, a great finish. And then, so I just think it kind of speaks to our character of going up, and then we have to do a better job, I think, of, like closing out a game. But it's unfortunate how it happened. And I think from here, it's like you can't go back. So it's just looking forward and learning from our mistakes. And we're going to do that going forward, and it's not going to happen again. So I think we're all confident of that. We're all confident in each other, and our belief in each other. And this team is going to be great going forward, and we can only learn from it.
Yeah, can you just, when they get the equalizer and then you get it right back on them so quickly, and they come back, what does that do you guys psychologically? How do you navigate that, being so close twice, and then it just kind of seemed like there were some wild swings, some weird bounces that kind of played a role?
Yeah, it's unfortunate for sure, and I think we talked about this in our mental performance too. It's like, how are we going to respond? And I feel like honestly we did pretty well at responding, and we had so many chances, and it just, I mean, it's sad to say, but that just wasn't the fate of it. And I think we had a lot of good chances, and they just didn't fall like you said. I mean, Rudy hit the post. Like, how many times does one hit the post that is almost like the one that hit the right side and it was going in? Just, I mean, it's unlucky, and that's going to happen. But I think going forward, it's just learning from it and then adapting to it and making sure those go in next time.
Marco?
Mercury College Bailey Sports Rock. First of all, Taylor, I want to take credit for your first goal since I interviewed you this week.
Interview every week.
I'll get it aside. I'll get it aside. How good did it feel playing up front as a striker as opposed to being midfielder the whole time you've been here? So.
Yeah, I mean, it was different, but I enjoyed it. I think it was a different role for me, but I used to play that position back in first years at college, and then all throughout my young career I did too. So took me back a little bit with my 1v1 situations, and I think it was a position that I'm free in, and I'm able to run out players, and whereas in the midfield it's a bit harder because you have to be 360, whereas on the wide I'm able to, like just look face up, and Cap did an amazing job just helping me. I mean, having her back there really helped me throughout the game, and her communicating to me definitely helped me a lot.
It seemed like the chemistry between you, Rudy, and Penelope up front, it almost looked like you guys have been playing together the whole entire season. Was something that happened during training this week that you guys could connect?
Honestly, no. I didn't really know I was going to play this position. But I think it's easy playing with those two. I mean, they're great attackers, and Rudy, you just have to kind of figure out what she's doing in that moment and play off of her. She's kind of unpredictable, which is what makes her so great at the end of the day. So it's just making sure I'm playing off her, and then P is just all on a roll right now and is going to continue to be, and she's doing great. So, I mean, just playing with those two, I got to keep up a bit because they're, like, all go, and I'm used to, like, being in the midfield roaming and just, like, one pace almost. But, yeah, I was talking to P after the game, and it's, like, it's a hard position to play because you have to get up and back. But, I mean, those two are great and so much fun to play with.
In other news, Marco is going to interview every player every week. So. Right?
So like today, between you and Rudy, you had 9 passes into shooting lanes. She had 5, you had 4, to my count. Is that been something that you guys have been working on during this break to get more of them just in there where somebody can come up on it, or is that just kind of just the evolution of play right now?
Yeah, I think Albertin does a good job at saying just play, like be free, play like it's pickup, and I think that's what her and I both did tonight, and you kind of saw that freedom and just playing with our instincts and not really thinking too much. Both of us were on international break, so we weren't really like 100% in trainings, but so we didn't really work on these, and it's almost, I mean, better, like I said, because Albertin does a good job at just saying like play freely, and I think we both just did what the game gave us, and they gave us space, so I played Rudy in behind her. She did the same to others, so I really think both of us did well at just playing and not really thinking as much.
So, just right before we went into this break, the announcement that the championship game is going to be here, how much is it kind of going through the room, not just why not us, but we got to get there? How much are you guys feeling that now?
Yeah, I mean, it's not if we are gonna make it, and that's what it has to be at the end of the day. We have to make sure everyone believes in that and everyone's on board, because if not everyone believes it, then it's not gonna happen. One person can bring a whole team down, so it's like we all have to be on board, and I think that we're definitely getting there and almost there, and I think we're just gonna continue striving for that.
How are we going to close out with Christian?
Kelly, first of all, how's your head?
No, it's okay, thanks. Someone need me in the head. I don't know if it was Joe or the other team. I think it might have been Joe.
Yeah. What was it like? I mean, were you watching the corner on the side?
Yeah, I was trying to get in on the field. I was like, well, are you going to let me in or no? I don't really know the rules on like that, if you have a head injury and where the ball goes, because I thought it went out for a corner kick number 1. I don't really know where the ball went. But also, like, I just think it's really not fair if you can't have all your players on the field for like a free kick there. So, I don't know. I don't know the rules there, though. So, it's kind of frustrating because I am like somebody in the box that's a big presence in the air, and I think we missed that in that moment. I think if I was on the field, like, it would be a different story. So I think I'm a little frustrated at that part. But again, you can't really do anything about it now. And yeah, I'm going to go look at the rule book, I think.
It's also unfortunate that it happened in the last time we played them too.
Yeah, the same
So-
thing. Someone was off the field and they didn't let them on the field, and then they scored. So we were man down both times we played them, and they scored on it. So yeah, not great, but I'm definitely going to figure out the rules maybe.
They had finished evaluating you?
Yeah, I was ready, and they were like, just wait, and I was like waiting and waiting and like staring at the sideline ref, and then after they scored, they're like, go ahead, and I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. Similar to what I asked Taylor, what were the emotions of just the final 3 goals getting pulled back and forth?
Yeah, I think our team lately, like even in the friendlies, like when we've gone scored on or gone down, we've showed a lot of like fight, and we've always come back to either tie or score another goal. And I think that's not something you can just like teach a team, like having fight after getting scored on. I've been on teams where we've gone scored on and everyone looks defeated, and then you don't come back from it. So I think these last couple games we've always come back, and that's like something I'm really proud of this team. We always have each other's back. So the up and down of the goals, obviously going up 2-1 was ideal. Really proud of Taylor. But yeah, like I think them scoring that second one, it's just like you're so defeated in that moment. But I think we still showed fight and we still had chances. So I'm really proud of our team, because that's going to take us far in this season, rather than just like giving up. Because a lot of teams will just give up once they get scored on again. And we don't really do that. We're always in their end trying to score and score and score. So at some point in the season, it's going to turn for us, and these shots and stuff are going to go in. So yeah, I'm just excited for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I know neither of you were here last year, but you probably remember maybe the AFC kind of went on a run last year.
They came to Portland and beat us, and it was awful. So I remember, yes, thank you.
Do you think it's just waiting to click? Is it?
Yeah, I think we're right there. Like, we have so, like, at the end of every game, we're, like, in their half the whole time. Like, it's just, like, chance after chance after chance. And, yeah, at some point, those are going to end up in the back of the net. And hopefully we're peaking at the right time. It's better to peak now at the end of season than in the beginning of the season and be, like, not peaking at the end. So I think we're peaking at the right time if we can just get a couple more finishes and clean up some of the stuff in the back.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Bueno, la última pregunta en español. Tuvimos en Yo City, Japón. Hoy volvemos a otra vez a lo regular, el horario. ¿Qué es lo que más le ha gustado del equipo después de que jugó con Houston esta noche y teniendo todo este descanso y todo este espacio? Gracias.
Lo más que me gustó hoy en el juego fue el fútbol que jugamos, porque fuimos muy dangerous. ¿Cómo se dice dangerous? Peligroso, gracias. Everyone knows it. Estuvimos muy peligrosos y de verdad jugamos bien en el segundo tiempo, mucho mejor que en el primero tiempo. Pero mira, lo que estamos es ellos están creyendo en que sí podemos ganar, que podemos jugar estos tipos de juegos, pero ahora un poquito más en la parte de defender, porque no debíamos de dar las oportunidades para ellos meter esos 2 goles. Pero así es, tenemos que seguir trabajando y mejor la próxima vez.
Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.